Hello everybody. I'm semi-excited to do this review. This is actually a set that I'm glad I managed to get, thanks to Darren, of course, or I would not have paid just a ridiculous price on a scalper on eBay to get this set, but I have done several throwback sets for LEGO Star Wars. I don't remember the year this came out. This was obviously around when the Clone Wars was at its peak. I assume this is 2014, 2012, maybe around that era. I remember seeing it, and of course I was much younger when this set came out, so I was broke. I didn't have a YouTube channel, and I couldn't afford it. That's why I didn't get the set. And I so wish I did, but now I'm glad I do. And because that time I was too focused on Ninjago and all the other themes that were not Star Wars. Oh my god, okay. Let's not get to it. But this is the Mandalorian speeder, and to me, this is probably one of the most underrated sets ever, given what the price it was selling at back then, and then the minifigures it has. I'm surprised LEGO even made such a set. Now just looking at today, sets like this, you don't see them. These kind of minifigures, they only appear like one minifigure per in like a $200 set. We have the robotic legs Darth Maul, as he was just rebooted in this season and the show, and two Mandalorian super commandos, like the Death Watch commandos, the ones that follow Maul. These days, these guys are gonna be rare. They're gonna be in big, expensive sets. So this was honestly an underrated set, and we have to take a look at it. So, without further ado, let's get right to it. Let's kick things off by looking at that speeder first. So, I like the speeder. We have seen it in the show. Maul and what's his name? Savage used this to travel around when Maul took over the throne on Mandalore. This is a surprisingly very spacious vehicle. Normally, speeders like this can only fit like 1 to 2 minifigures. So obviously it's still a little oversized for a minifigure scale, if you want to be that accurate. But I prefer this because you can fit a driver, and you can fit 2 other figures in the back. Essentially, you can fit all the minifigures in the set, both Commandos and Maul in the front driving it. Perfect, that's all you need. So the spatial design is flawless. The color scheme is great. You got some stickers at the front, so that's also really good. Got gray, dark blue, that's also really good. The windshield is like built like this on like a little angle, so it just adds to, I guess, the overall curve of the speeder, if you will. Some hand switches for the minifigures to grip on and get on the actual vehicle. Of course, this was made in the 2014 era, so there is no stud shooters. What they have instead is just this main cannon to mimic a shooter. It cannot actually shoot. But I think I prefer these kind of sets over what we have today. Just spring-loaded shooters and stud shooters in every single set. I think this is a much more simple design and a much more simple time, you know what I'm saying? You can lift this open, and inside there's additional storage for both his Darksaber and his lightsaber, or just 2 lightsabers if you want. So that is good storage right there. You can also store other things, not just lightsabers if you want. In there, and overall, just the main cannon is pretty good as a whole. Stickers on the side. There are more slots here. You can just stick the guns of the, I don't know, just more weapons you can put at the back. And yeah, so other than that, oh yeah, and the bottom, you got the clear pieces, so there is a smooth playability. You can play obviously to make it look like this thing is just levitating and speeding around. So it's very smooth, very good. And so I think, of course, that's pretty much it. I wish there's more playability to the speeder, but there's really so much I can talk about the speeder. It's good design, good spatial capacity for the minifigures. And I think it's just overall a very strong build. And I really wish we have more vehicles from Star Wars like this today in the modern era. Important thing I forgot to mention was I said these are for minifigures to grip on. Well, there's another function to these things. This is actually a feature to flick fire missiles. Now this was before, like I said, this was before stud shooters and spring-loaded shooters. So you can lift this The reason this can open is so it opens up the flick fire missile. So to fire it, you just simply push this, and there you go. It just fire. I prefer this over the stud shooters and spring-loaded shooters. This is just so simple and doesn't shoot far. Therefore, it's very easy to retrieve it. Look at that. It doesn't even shoot that far. Where the spring-loaded shooter will just send the bullet all the way across the room from here. So I think that's a good, much more simplistic shooter. And bring this back, man. I don't like spring-loaded shooters and stud shooters. This was good. Okay, as far as minifigures is concerned, we have a very, very good selection of minifigures here, and that's honestly why I really like this set at first. Obviously, at first, I have to point out the Maul we have here. This is no ordinary Maul. This is Clone Wars Maul, freshly rebooted. Of course, we know he lost his legs, so Mother Talzin gave him these new robotic legs, and I really wish we got more of it in the modern LEGO era. We do have a Maul from the Siege of Mandalore arc. Still a great figure, but it'll be also nice if we also got this with his actual robotic legs. Obviously, when the Siege of Mandalore rolled around, his robotic legs were still there, but he's like conceived it, he's covered it up, doesn't look that obvious. Actually looks more like a regular folk, if you know what I'm saying. He has both the Darksaber and his regular lightsaber. Of course, when he took over Mandalore, he didn't have his double-bladed saber, he was using a single-bladed, so this made sense. The tattoos and the details on him is great. I don't know if this is the same face. I think this is a different face compared to the Maul we have today. I still, even for when we have Moff Gideon's cruiser that came out this year, and Moff Gideon had the Darksaber, they still use this black piece. They didn't even bother making new piece. Now that's something I really wish they did. But I guess just to cut down the cost, you know, not going over the whole hassle of making a new piece for it, it made sense. This is good. Having both sabers, this is something you don't get these days. I like this. Maul dual wielding both sabers is great. I really like this Maul figure. Really wish we got more of him. Now also included are these two Super Commandos, these Mandalorian Super Commandos that follow Maul with their black, oh no, sorry, not black, their gunmetal gray and red color scheme. Now that's a good design. Of course, I really wish we got more of it today. We have the Night Owls, but it would be great if we got more. We have Gar Saxon, and Gar Saxon these two would go well with Gar Saxon. Like for the Siege and Mandalore stuff, great. These guys, of course, are identical with their jetpacks and all. That's why I'm showing you both at once. But I wish we had more of these. Of course, there's two of these, and that's great. These days, you only get one of these in a set. And you just see how much LEGO's changed. Now, these aren't, I don't know if these are clone phases, but they certainly don't look that great in my opinion. But let's just cover it up before I get creeped out by it. I prefer them like this, just to say, just saying. But yes, Mandalorian figures, always been my favorite. So all three of them are great. Really wish we got more of them. That's all I have to say. LEGO, bring these figures back. We need more of these. It's awesome. Why don't you do more of it? So simple. All right, here is the box. It's $24 set, so therefore this box is, it's what you expect out of it. 75022, 211 pieces. I still remember the good old times when they labeled new on like the actual new minifigures. They don't do that anymore. Really wish they did that, and that's how you know the set is old, when there's Yoda on the box art. So this was a good set back then. And of course more of the minifigures up here. Here is the back. Look at this. Look at this. This is not Scream nostalgia. This is screaming nostalgia for me. I'm trying to think how I would react when I actually got the set during that time when it was in stores. But this just looking at this box just gives me the good memories. Good memories of the good old days when LEGO was actually decently good for the price and quality. And yeah, so that's it for this one. Is it minifigures? I don't know. Anyways, let's move on. I've said what I've needed to say in the intro. Basically, like, I wish LEGO did more sets like this. This was such an underrated set. Maul is great, especially in this variant. The Maul we have today is also good, but nothing like this. This is definitely 100% more rare, wielding both the Darksaber and his normal Sith lightsaber. The Mandalorian Super Commandos, however, are really the star of the show in my opinion in this set. We have some Mandalorian sets this year because of the Siege of Mandalore arc. But they're all the blue commandos, the loyal, the night owls. Now we have some red ones. We can actually have a miniature Siege of Mandalore going on. And I think, Lego, you need to bring back some of these minifigures because it's been a while. We need to get some of these guys back and make more Clone Wars sets, especially like Mandalorian sets. I know you have been doing it. We have a Mandalorian battle pack, but we need more like this from the prequels era. Trust me, you will make tons of money. This is a great set. Obviously, getting it today in this modern era is going to be a little bit hard and expensive. So I will say your best bet is to go on Bricklink and find a good seller that's selling it for a decent price. I just got lucky because I know someone who has it. So I give this set a 8 out of 10. Very good set for the price during that time. Obviously not now. As well as the quality of the stuff you get in this set is really good. So I like it. And that's it for this one. If you enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. And check out the other retired Star Wars sets I've done. If you haven't already, I've done several. Not just this one. So we'll see you all in the next one. Talk to you again later.